What's the intro?
Yeah, but you gotta stop. Like,
What's the bintro?
You gotta stop getting close to the camera. It doesn't know what to do.
Bintro?
It's a $30 fucking face camera, bro. It doesn't know how to fucking process all that shit.
It's trash.
Don't fucking try to handle me, bro. Don't handle me. I'm trying, man.
Try harder.
That's what my area manager always says. He's like, yeah, you're basically a piece of shit, so like...
You got some beanies.
You're a piece of shit. Why'd you say that? You got prior B&Es. That's such a cop thing to say, bro. You're a piece of shit.
Like, full judgment. Oh, you got some prior B&Es. You're a fucking piece of shit. It doesn't matter if you maybe saved a little girl, a dying girl from a fire or some shit.
You're a piece of shit.
You literally support your whole family or some shit. Like, no, you're a piece of shit.
Right, like, you could even be Iron Man. Dude. Iron Man piece of shit. Fucking prior B&Es. Fuck you. That is so funny, man. That is so fucking funny.
Now we still need to focus right now. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. You see my eye?
Bro, you like, I think I'm gonna make that a little series.
You see
like
my
that
eye?
Nationals.
Yeah, you see my eye. Don't look at my other eye.
Alright, come on, bro.
Shit. Almost got your ass.
You like that Pub National shit? And welcome back to Pub Nationals here. We respect that.
No, it's funny. Everyone's gonna look at this fucking bump on my finger and be like, bro, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, right. What up, herp syndrome?
It's fucking writer's bump from like when I was a kid that like literally got that size and then just never changed, never went away. Like
it's the way you used to write.
Yeah, and like that's what they told me at least. I don't know, like, but it's fucking sitting there. So maybe
like
one day I'll get
boil.
it. Yeah, maybe I'm just sitting there. Maybe one day I'll get it chopped off. But I will.
It's kind of like a signature though. You've always had that shit.
It's so weird. It's like
since.
What if it was like an extra little finger that I was supposed to grow? Maybe weird.
Yeah, that would be.
Anyway, you never know. I could have been in there and,
In the what? Oh, you're talking about. Yo, you are.
All right.
You're a dog.
Dog kid.
You guys might have seen the last video, the 8-minute one, posting about our technical difficulties.
Welcome to episode number 7 of Easy Like Sunday Morning.
We're here.
We are here in the flesh.
We told y'all we would do it midweek because of our little fuck up Sunday. So
I feel like there wasn't a lot of enthusiasm behind this. Welcome to Easy Like Sunday Morning. This is episode number 7. I am B Green Flex.
I'm Sensei. The Sensei. Senseis have to talk at a lower volume.
Oh, yeah?
Because they've reached ultimate peace.
Ultimate peace.
Yeah. They're now trying to spread it to the world, but realize the world is just
Ultimate
too far
peace.
gone, so now they just do things for themselves.
What if my ultimate piece is like volume 1000?
I'm gonna
All right,
have to kill you.
I'll try.
Nah, what's up, everybody?
I'm gonna inject you with the damn corona.
You just have vials of that?
Hey, you wanna fuck with me, bro? See you in a week, bro.
2 weeks. I gave you a lifetime supply.
Shit, you might not ever catch symptoms.
But give you a lifetime supply. Just when people talk shit.
But no, we appreciate the love, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you did not see the video last week,
we fucked up. Well, I did.
Yeah, this guy over here, not to go into too much detail, but had some audio issues.
There was 0 audio on the video, actually.
Yeah, so we recorded the whole segment, the whole installment, and had no audio behind it. So
I literally put it in the software.
Yeah, he puts it in the editing,
and I'm like, Brandon, there is no volume. And,
I'm
like,
thinking like, okay,
forward.
maybe the volume on the laptop is down or something. Like
that bitch was at 100.
So here we are, episode number 7. We're still gonna shoot episode number 8,
Sunday.
This Sunday, so that'll be 2. this week, which technically means just on track for what we're doing. So anyway, as we were just talking about, we got to talk about this damn coronavirus again, man. Like, we are officially, I don't know if y'all keep up with anything. That was a pretty dog.
I was just staring right inside. I don't like having these blinds open because I have my whole setup and my monitor and stuff. Like, when I have the whole setup in here, I'm like, bro, if they peek in and see that, they're going to break that door down, bro.
But it looks like it's... All right, so anyway, we're kind of under quarantine, most of the country.
Kind of.
Yeah, like, there's still... Like, things are still open. Some people are still working. A lot of people aren't.
I'm still working. I'm out there, like, risking my life for, you know, not a lot of pay. I'm not gonna talk about it though. I hate the service industry.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of weird, man. Like, more and more people I talk to are like, oh, it's, end of the world apocalypse. Obviously, they're joking, but it's like, what if it actually was?
Yeah.
Like, what if this is like the first step in like the giant puzzle of like, okay, this is the first thing that has to happen, and the whole domino effect.
Yep.
And
like
then,
the virus, like once it's in you, it like mutates into something like way
and then
worse
like a
that
year
takes
from
your
now,
body over, and then
or just in general, like this starts killing off mass people, and then there's something else that happened. Like,
you never know. So be ready, buy guns. If you're not pro gun, stop being soft. Get a gun.
You have your own.
Never know.
You have your own beliefs, but yeah. So this is just
you have your own beliefs.
Definitely, try and stock up though.
But people have their own beliefs till zombies in their face. They're like, yo, I wish I had a gun right now.
you've seen Walking Dead. You already know what's good.
I'm pro gun now.
They all come to peace with, yo, I gotta pull that trigger. I got to, bro. But anyway, so yeah, shit's crazy, man. That like stores are empty.
I was there though. Like, it's not like people are over exaggerating so much. It's not necessarily the stores being empty. It's just like there's like within 10 or there's like 10 products.
It's
that
like
are, like,
of course toilet paper,
out.
which everyone's seen the memes and the videos. Oh, toilet paper, what
does it do?
But anyway,
I saw one that was like, do I know something that these people don't? Like, is like toilet paper the magic repellent for the coronavirus? Like, is wiping your ass the one thing that'll save your life?
People are just being way too cautious. Like, they're buying toilet paper like it's like we're gonna have to hide up for like a year. It's like, bro, like, it's not.
It's even that fact that came out that says after 2 weeks you're not contagious anymore. It doesn't mean you can't get it again and become contagious again, but after 2 weeks, once it's contracted, exactly 2 weeks after it's contracted, you're not contagious anymore. So,
I don't know. It's I think definitely because obviously there are things closing. They're making like, they came out and said try to limit gatherings to 10 people or some shit like
and then
that.
Florida was like, fuck that.
And had like
saw
parties
that shit?
And shit, yeah.
No, that like the beach.
Yeah, and
there's like hundreds of people.
Yeah, I know.
They said government less than 50 is
because
like,
they don't
right outside.
They
Tampa,
don't technically have the power to
stop that.
Yeah, so but at the same time they're just trying to have precautions.
Well,
but it's one of those things where
it should be in
like
the well-being of everybody. Like it should be like kind of like a respect thing. Like, all right, like it is kind of it's getting to that serious point. So let's try.
Because now if someone there spreads it to somebody that was not there, now you're being irresponsible for the country.
Or if one person out of those hundreds of people on that beach had it.
Yeah.
And now hundreds of people all at once.
Yep, are gonna go now.
That's a lot of cases to have at once, and then they're They're gonna go home. That's 200 people to disperse, to meet in contact with other people.
Well, the crazy thing about it is that like some studies were showing that it's one of those things where someone could have it, not show symptoms, and then be giving it to other people. So it's like for every person that has it that is showing symptoms, they're saying there's probably 25 to 50 people that also have it that are not, that are still spreading it, still contracting it, but they just don't.
That's why, like, honestly, like, I'm still, like, I know I don't know, I don't have it, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it, but I still just want to go get tested just to have that. It's kind of like with, like, venereal diseases and shit. Like, you do get. Well, what I'm saying is, like, you don't necessarily, like, not everybody that goes gets tested necessarily has it. They just like to have that.
I see what you're saying.
That background, like, okay, I know for
just
sure I don't have it. The reassurance.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then also, there are going to be people out there that do that and realize they do have it. And, okay, cool. Now I know, like, I should probably tell the last 100 people I talked to, but still.
But also, I feel like if you have it and don't have symptoms, and now you have, I don't know. It's just weird because it's like there throughout history, there's always things. It's like they even showed where every presidential election, there's some kind of outbreak or some kind of, not pandemic, because this is the only one that's been labeled a pandemic in the recent years. But there's always some kind of something that happens where, like, some people die and there's a mass thing. It hasn't gotten this serious yet, but it's just like this isn't the first time in history that this has happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, in our history books, we learn about the plague and we learn about famines, and we learn about other flus and and smallpox and shit like that. Like,
I also saw a video of some dude who was reading out facts, the swine flu versus like the facts so far on the coronavirus. The swine flu worldwide killed a little bit over 1 million people.
Yeah, it was a lot deadlier.
Way more
flu.
That was worldwide too. Worldwide now we haven't even gotten to 10,000 deaths.
So I'm saying, like, this flu is more of like a regular flu where, like, you can die from it, but more than likely it's because you're either old or you have a weak immune system.
Yeah.
Like, just like the regular flu. There's a lot of people that get the flu every year that are perfectly fine. They just go through it. They take medicine. They're fine, whatever. But then there's some people that don't.
And I think the people that do die are the ones with the... Because it's a natural thing nowadays. It's a regular thing to have a weak immune system. With what we eat, what we consume...
Yep.
How we treat
ourselves,
lack of
exercise, lack of diet,
there's more than likely you probably have a weak immune system nowadays. Like at least 50% of people nowadays, because there's the lifestyles.
Yeah.
So it's like
or
it's
not
easy
even
for
if it's not necessarily a weak one. It's not necessarily the strongest it could be.
Yeah, which can still
be considered weak.
Screw you over. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
but no, I think it's definitely interesting, especially when you talk to some people and like it. At this point, it's gotten so far that people are now questioning, like, theories and conspiracies and whatever. And it's like, I'm not saying that these things are true, or I'm not saying that, like, people shouldn't have an imagination, but it's just the fact of, like, where does it go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is how it's going, like, what if this is something bigger? Or even if it's not, like, I saw this thing, it was like, this is why the government doesn't tell you about aliens, because everyone's freaking out. And it's like, it's a good point. Like, most people, I feel most people kind of think that there's something out there just because of how big the universe is. But just in general, it's like, if they knew that something was out there, or they had specific evidence, like, they're not going to show you or tell you, because literally a couple thousand people in the world die from a flu, and you're freaking out about that. So if we tell you about some motherfuckers in damn 1,000 light years away and that can beam us with one with their fingers.
We've contacted these people. Like, we've been in contact. Yeah, and a big thing on that though is religion.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because I think about how heavy, like how
it makes you question everything.
Heavy religion.
So
is
like
if
they gave you there's aliens, they're gonna be like, oh wait, so there's their God? Is there
like I'm believing in nothing basically, and then that would
be the biggest ripple effect.
That would cause mass hysteria. Like, everybody would just be like, fuck it. Screw it.
Like, why would we believe in that if that was all a lie?
Why are we doing this anyways? Boom, I'm going to kill that person because it doesn't fucking matter anymore. We've been lied to this whole time. Everything I believed in and given my life to is nonsense. That would cause so much stuff. But, yeah, I feel you, though. Like, if it was... I always like tuning into the conspiracies, man. I always like doing it. I'm just that person. Like, it's cool to have that different...
Just to have that, just like, the other plane of thought, like, just like the thing I was telling him about, what's it called, the 5G towers. Like, some people are thinking that the 5G towers are linked to the coronavirus, and the reason why I started in China is because that's the first place that they developed them in.
But there was also 16 other places that got them.
And see, I don't think it's true, but I'm just saying in general, like, it's cool to think about.
But yeah, it was like, oh, cool shit. Like, yeah.
What if it was?
It kind of gets your mind off of how serious the situation is. Yeah. Like, oh, cool, that's a cool conspiracy. It could be that, and like, it kind of gives that hope. Like, if it is a conspiracy, then there's a way to stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
if it's a conspiracy, it's probably somebody doing it. Where at that point, if it was the 5G towers, just take the fucking 5G towers down.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that because it's money.
I mean, yeah. People kill people every day just to keep revenue coming in, but it's wild though, bro.
It is wild.
It's wild.
And so they're everyone's having to stay inside. Like I said, make sure you just have some food, have some supplies, I don't think it's going to be months. I think it might be, a week or two at max, but even then, I don't even think it's going to completely like He's still working at this point, and is probably still going to continue to work throughout this.
Now we've gone down to like three-person days. Like we'll work a 12-hour shift, and just three-way.
Three-way?
Yeah, which is fucking terrible.
And we actually have the first case here where we're at.
Yeah, we just got the first case, in our county that we
supposedly there's a case here in our county. So
but they've instantly been quarantined.
The crazy thing about it, and this is why I think people are freaking out way too much, and of course it's all the media, right? Because the media fucking is just trying to get the rise out of you. But
their master
think about how many places they were finding people that had an unknown origin of it, or which also makes you question the conspiracies too. Yeah. And then also just the other thing about like it's in so many places. It's like, okay, if it's in this many places, that means it's in so many more places that they don't even know about. That like if it really was that serious, there would be way more deaths. You know what I'm saying? Like you would see millions of people dying because obviously if this many people have it and they keep finding more and more people that have it, that means that there's, like I said, 25 to 50 other people for every person that does test positive and goes somewhere or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So that one case we have here, there's probably 50 to 100, like you said, other people that already have it in our county, which is kind of scary.
It is kind of scary, but the point I'm trying to make is that if it's out there that much and there's not as many people dying. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like it's really not that serious. It's just like any other virus. It goes into you. You fight it off. You try and go through it, and you live through it and you pass it, or you die. But the thing about it is the death rate is only 2%, which is technically higher than the flu, but now it's starting to lower a little bit. Now it's starting to get low, like the lower 1%, and it's like I don't know. I just have a lot of mixed feelings about it. But either way.
We always have. That's what my dad said. He's like, we've always dealt with like mass things like this, like swine flu, bird flu.
It just sucks that now we're in such a political storm and such a media storm, news storm that like now when things like this happen, and it's like we're in 2020 where this is the kind of reaction when something like this happens. Imagine in 20 years when something like this happens and like how much they're going to be able to hype it up, or they're going to have the newscaster pop up on a hologram and be like in your face, like you should be angry, like.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. It's just scary. I don't want society to go that way.
They're slowly turning society into robots.
Literally brainwash, yeah.
Brainwashing. That's brainwashing.
You know what's crazy? That's crazy you said that. My friend I was talking to today, actually Kendall, you've met Kendall before. She was saying like I feel like this is a time that they would implement robots, like when everyone's freaking out and everyone's quarantined and stuff.
On something, then they start slowly
implementing robots. I was like, hey, you never fucking know.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's very crazy.
Think about how many. Think about it. There could be people we walk past every day that are artificial intelligence,
or that are aliens.
Yeah, that too. We've all seen Men in Black.
Yeah,
here's the thing about these movies and stuff, man. Like, I sit down and I'm in my head a lot, and I really don't be thinking of that crazy
a dude that literally has a head that blows up and then has a little head that pops up.
Yeah, like gross. Shit like that. Like so, it's like, or even like Star Wars. Like think about how intricate that is.
Yeah.
Like and people are not even familiar with Star Wars.
Details.
It's not just the movies. It doesn't stop at the movies. They've made shows. There's hundreds of books.
Yep.
There's games,
games
that tell you about stories that you don't see in movies or TV shows. You have to play the game to know the story. Like that type of stuff. Comic books. Like it goes so deep. But like. To have that, like to think of that, you have to have.
And like I said, it's the details.
You have to have gotten a hint somewhere, like that there is something out there, or like talk to from some higher being. Like yes, like there are things.
I've always said that, like as far as whether it be aliens or demons or hell or whatever the case may be, I feel like all those things are only like pictures or depictions or whatever because someone saw it before. And like I said, like you were just saying, there's people that are very intelligent and stuff, but like you don't randomly just think of that. You see it and then you're like, oh shit. Like then it pops up in your head again and then you're like, okay, now I got to put this down.
And you might have the idea like I should make something that deals with galaxies, like something story that's galaxies away or different planets, but
for it
to be that
specific,
detailed and every single language you hear in Star Wars, all the different languages and shit, he created all of those different languages.
Which also is like. So the dude that wrote and created Alien, that series, he has books and like has stuff about the fact that he only created that stuff because he was like visited or because he had like an ancient intellect like feeding through him or some shit. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And he like,
and those movies are like, they're really good,
specific,
like,
detailed.
A lot of people
even,
don't.
Like,
a lot of people don't like it
Prometheus?
because of how old they are, and like there's like it's that production value.
Yeah,
thing. Like,
but
that's kind of lame.
but they're
the
classic.
stories behind it are like it's crazy.
Have you seen Prometheus?
Yes, the Anunnaki.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and part, I think part of that too, and I think he even talks about this, is the fact of like he is being fed like what's actually out there and what's going on, and he's like just putting it out. And like he has books about like how he designed the alien face because of like how he was told to design it, and like it's crazy, bro. I remember actually what's his name was telling me about that. Who was Aaron, the lady that lived across the street from us, her husband that like painted.
Oh, John.
Yeah,
John.
I think it was him.
The one that was in the wheelchair in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
John. Yeah.
I think he was telling me about
Bro,
that.
that dude was cool.
But yeah, dude, it was crazy. I was like, yo, that's interesting because it's like it really shows that like, what if people that are really smart like that are really creating those things are being, like something is just animating them in those situations.
On real, bro. If he was being fed that information, that means there's xenomorphs out there. And we've seen how many movies. You know how hard those fucking things are to kill. You know how good they are at hunting.
But
that's terrifying.
But guess what?
If I see a xenomorph coming after me, I'm killing myself, bro. There is no fight. You're not fighting it.
Nah, I'm gonna raise a predator baby, and then that way, when he grows up, he's like,
oh my god, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Hey, this Nike said, hey, the Nike dude on TikTok does the Chick-fil-A Burger King when he was like, hey, why you late? Hey, man, I was scheduled at 1 o'clock, bro. I'm not late. He was like, oh my god. Hey, this Nike said he's not late. He said he was supposed to be scheduled at 1. He's like, he said what? Dude, the Burger King was, every time he says something, he's like, oh my god.
He's like, I know you guys have 5 minutes for your close, but is this? He's like, oh my god. Like, go ahead, but your order, bro.
Go ahead, turn the fryers on. Yeah. I don't want to eat.
He's like, you know, I can hear you. He's like, so?
And the McDonald's one.
He's like, get the fuck out the drive-thru.
He's like, I just want.
He's like, I don't give a fuck what you.
He was like, I just want you to drive around the building and get out of here. He's like, make sure you clean that shit up before you leave. He always says that at the end. He's like, make sure you clean that shit up before you leave. Or like he threw like a broom at him. He's like, make sure you clean that shit up before you leave.
TikTok is so crazy, bro. That's so crazy.
It is funny, yeah.
But
yeah, that would be crazy. Like if xenomorphs were out there, that's
if they were real, yeah.
Because we've seen like, in what was it? The first movie that was one xenomorph, and one person barely got away. Just one.
And then think about Alien vs Predator, where there were like thousands of them, and like
and like it was an evenly matched fight between the Predator and the alien.
I wouldn't say evenly matched.
Well, not even.
I think it was just the fact that there was more of the aliens. So
yeah, because the Predators are fire. But
exactly.
Those xenomorphs are scary.
They are.
So I had they have a game for PlayStation 4, which I might get again. I might get again just to play through it. But you remember Outlast, that game that came out?
Bro,
So that kind of started, like, that kind of spread this little mini sub-genre of survival horror, where you can't attack, you're just running and hiding. So I remember Miss Angie, Alex's mom, she was like, one day out of nowhere, she's like, I'll get you a game, like, if you want to go. 'Cause I didn't have a job, I wasn't doing shit and stuff. But she was like, I'll get you a game if you want, if you want. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. So we went to GameStop, and they had Alien Isolation, which was a survival horror game where you literally go to this ship that they lost comms to. Have no clue what's going on there. This ship is like, bro, it's probably like 30 or 40 of these apartment complexes combined. Like every building in here combined. That's how big this fucking, it's like a space, it's bigger than the Death Star by like double. And that's, and you know what the aliens, the androids that they had in there?
The little,
like in the movies, they have the androids that like have no feeling and stuff. They guide like the ship and stuff like that. They control the ship. They're like basically the AI on board to help with stuff. Right, yeah. Well, they have those on there too. So like not only are you running and hiding from the xenomorph,
you can't be seen by them either.
Yes, like they're hostile at this point, bro. That is one of the scariest games I've ever played.
Because like PS4 or is on
Yeah, it's on PS4. I think it might have been on Xbox too, but bro, it's terrible. Like once you like out of nowhere, bro, you'll walk into a room and all of a sudden you see him drop out of the vent and he's like just looking around and like you can't be seen by it. You can't run from it. If it sees you,
because that thing is like
it is fast. It gets to you like that. So literally, you have to go unseen. You can't even be seen and run and hide. You can try, but 90% of the time you're going to die. Yes. So, bro, oh my god, there was one time, literally one area of the map. It took me an hour and a half to pass it. It just took that long, lying in wait, waiting for him not to be in that spot to move to the other thing, then just sit there, wait for another rotation.
Do you have a Do you have a light?
No, you have like a. So you have this. This is what I like about this game because they didn't implement it in Outlast. You can find and create tools. So you could create like a flamethrower. There was one part where you could create a flamethrower and carry a flamethrower around, and those could kill the androids, but it had no effect on the xenomorph. And then you could build a tool that's like a heartbeat sensor. So you'd pull it out and be like, and like
I'll let you know
a red beam would come up, and it only detected the xenomorph. So you pull that shit out, you'd hear like deep, deep, and you'd be like, what? And you pull it out, and you see deep, deep, and the dot would be on you. And then you hear in the vents above you, and you're like, oh my fucking god, bro. Like, oh my god, I'm out. Yeah.
That's
bro,
crazy, dude.
So, like, just playing that game,
I played
too.
Outlast before, like, I was visiting Ryan Legates in Boone. Shouts out to Ryan. And, he was like, yo, this is a game Outlast that we got.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, he was like, because I think at the time it was free or like on sale or something. He's like, yeah, so I got it. He's like, it's like supposed to be scary. Let's play it. It was like 2 a.m. And I was like, all right, dude. So we hop on, bro. It was me, him, and his brother and his brother's girlfriend at the time. It's actually not his wife. So anyway, we're sitting there playing. It's like 2 a.m. And like, bro, when I tell you, I was legit.
Games
I was legit scared, bro. Like I was actually.
I remember
scared.
playing that when I got that. I was playing it with Alex. Alex wasn't playing, but she'd watch it, and
like you would look like you all had that camera with the light on it, and like, and then like you would hear somebody or like when you with the doctor dude that like was trying to slice you up, bro.
With the scissors that ended up cutting your fingers off in the chair, and then you got to run from him. That was the scariest shit,
bro.
Because he would hear you. Like, you'd get up and go, doom, 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 and then he'd run to the door and be like, oh, you're in here. Yeah. Like, and it's like, oh, my God. And then he'd start looking under beds and shit.
And that big dude that could, like, throw you off. Like, you, like, it was like you were on the 3rd floor. He'd throw you off, and then you
he threw you off the thing, and you landed on the bodies, and then the priest approached you. That priest was scary, bro. That
crazy
game was terrible. And it, like, threw you right in.
There's a Resident Evil game like that, too.
It's the 7th one, which they made it VR as well.
No, I would never do that.
Bro, my boy Brandon has the PlayStation VR, and he has a pair. I don't know if he still has it downloaded, but he had a Paranormal Activity game downloaded.
Oh my god!
And literally, you start out, you're in front of this creepy ass house, of course. You're like, oh my god! And then it's like, I have to go inside. So like, whatever. So you open the door, close it, and instantly look around, and it's boarded up and chained up. So
that's
all
like you're ready.
It makes no sense, and you're like, okay, this is about to be terrible. And then it's like, find the key to this door. And you're like, what door? And you look over there, and then there's somebody standing in the room of the door you have to find the key for. And they just kind of like walk off. You're like, yeah, bro, like I'm good. 100% good on all of this.
I just want to take this off.
Yeah, like, yo, you got like that fucking sword fighting game or something? You got Fruit Ninja? Like, I'm just trying to like chill.
It's wild.
It was
man.
scary.
Gaming eventually is going to be like, just like on that Black Mirror where you're immersed in it.
I want the Oculus. I don't want the PlayStation VR or like the Xbox VR. I want the Oculus Rift. Bro, it looks so fun. Like the Josh Dubb on YouTube. He is a content creator for VR. It's like a collective of people. It's like him and like 5 or 6 other dudes that literally just make VR content, and it looks so fucking fun, bro. Like their content is fun, hilarious. Man. If you don't know who Josh Dubb is, definitely go check him out. It's like the best way to see how fun VR can actually be. And like in every one of his videos, it shows exactly how he has it and his setup.
Oh, like all the setup.
So it shows like this is my setup, is what I have, and then boom, names everything off. So you literally go and buy all that and start it.
40 grand.
Oh yeah. No,
but anyway,
a lot of shit.
Bro, have you listened yet?
To Harlow?
Yes.
Yeah, I've listened.
Yes. Are you lying to me?
No, I have the whole. Bro.
So, our boy, Jack Harlow. Some of y'all know what's pop. Dropped an EP. It is called Sweet Action. Cover art's pretty dope. You already know how Harlow does it, but 7 songs, nice and quick. But what's poppin's on there is the first track. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get that fire out there, get you in the right mood. But the rest of the whole album, I guess it's an album, but gas. It's Harlow. You already know what's going. And he's evolving
so good.
So much. Like as an artist, like he's always been able to spit and he's always been able to make songs, but now it's like he's just doing them so well. Like and he's still so young too.
It sounds like he's reached that 10,000 hours of practice. He's getting
he's there, bro.
Everything he puts out now
is
just fire.
It's perfection, bro.
Which is cool. Like that's really good, man.
It's good to have an artist like that.
Ever since that first Sway freestyle,
it's good to have an artist like that coming up. And I mean, he's not coming up; he's out now. He's already been out. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like in the midst of all the other artists that are out there right now,
he's making
and
a name.
Being hot right now, he's actually a good one that could make a future in it and be 10 years from now still 10 years from now still be relevant. Whereas most of these other dudes are gonna be like, oh, who's that?
Yeah, we all heard 1985 by J. Cole. Like, what are you gonna do when them kids grow up? Like, it's facts. Like, what are you gonna do when the people listen to your shit mature?
Exactly.
You're gonna lose money.
There's only certain artists that can mature with the music and evolve with the music and still be relevant. And then there's some artists that literally just make hot songs. And then
Cole is probably the biggest example.
The epitome of that, yeah, for sure.
Like Revenge of the Dreamers 3. Like now he's just shifting to like uplift the people from his city and shit and give them a chance. Like, bro, man
he's a legend.
He's an icon. He's definitely definitely an icon.
We got yeah.
It's already dark.
I know. We got Drake, who put out When to Say When and the Chicago Freestyle, which is gas. It's absolutely fire. The video is fire. He dropped it at like 2 a.m. on a Friday night or some shit, and it's fire. Drake, if he's got those old 9 a.m. in Dallas bars, bro. He's got those bars, bro. But go check it out. It's been a couple weeks now, but like we of course messed up the other video. So
some Madonna hoes. I look just like virgins, but trust they down to go.
I'm trying to think of the
discussing life and all our common goals.
And Oprah's bank account.
Smart kids that smoke honor roll.
Yes, I know. Oprah's bank account with Drake and Lil Yachty and DaBaby. You look as good as Oprah's bank account. Lil Yachty dresses up as Oprah. Did you know that? Nope.
No, I haven't heard that song.
It's a pretty good song, but Lil Yachty dresses up as Oprah. Some people are saying, okay, this is him reaching like peak Illuminati level, like. Now he's accepted. Now he's like
Yachty's always had like those bubbly hits and
yeah.
And then he just did that Sprite commercial that just got him so much goddamn money.
Clout, yeah.
Ever since then, he's good.
He hasn't really dropped anything recently though, but yeah, he dropped this. It's a pretty good song. That everyone's kind of just feeling weird about him dressing up.
I have to show you. Speaking of Yachty, I have to show you the video. It was FaZe vs. FaZe. It was a little LAN event they did.
And Yachty was there.
Where it was a tournament, and the FaZe members were teaming up with two of the FaZe members were teaming up with like celebrities, and one of them was Offset.
Oh yeah.
One of them was with Yachty, and then one other dude that I've actually
Offset's
never heard.
FaZe.
No, he's not.
Well, like as a celebrity like signee, I believe he is.
Yeah, but he's trash.
I mean, obviously he's not gonna play for the team. I'm just saying in general, like I think he has like a collaboration deal with them where like he has ads on his page for FaZe and shit. Like, so I think he is. And like he streams
well,
and does like
Atlanta FaZe.
He does these big stream events where like websites will host his stream for the night and FaZe will back it up, like sponsor it. So like yeah, it's crazy. But,
that would be cool, man. Like that's the type of connection you need, like gaming and music coming together, especially the hip hop industry. That's big. That's massive. And I'm like I gotta give credit, like Ninja started that shit. When Ninja played with Drake for that first time.
With Drake, and he played with Travis Scott, he played with Nav.
That broke the fucking internet.
It did.
Ninja plays with Drake, and then the one where it was like Drake offers $5,000 if he can clutch it, and then he clutched it, and then he clutched it light work, and then Drake was like,
I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, I'm a man of my word. Like, dude, that broke the internet. Like, once people saw that, they're like, all right, Ninja's got. But I've been watching a lot of Ninja lately, and that dude, like, no disrespect if you ever catch one of those Ninja, but like, you can be a little bitch sometimes, dude. Like he well, you see all the videos when Nate shot and like they're playing Call of Duty and like anytime he doesn't pick him up or like whatever, he just freaks out. I just watched
you freak out too.
Yeah, but like
But Ninja goes crazy though, and it's like
yeah, but I'm not like sitting there like degrading you guys. Like you guys are fucking stupid. Like why would you do that? You guys are
I watched
dumb.
one
Like,
today.
literally
He was
no
like
intelligence.
he was like what's Nate Shot's name? Matt. He was
yeah.
like, Matt, I literally have like triple the amount of damage as Tim, and I have like 10 times the eliminations. He's like, why the fuck did you not pick me up? He's like, literally lick my testicles.
Yeah, it's like, who, Matt?
Yeah.
Yo, there was one where he was Ninja's dumb. Like it was the dumbest play. Like Tim and Nate Shot were back, and he's in the field, and literally drops down in the middle of the field because he's getting shot at, and some dude like 150, 200 meters away on top of a building with a thermal, just thirst as shit, bro. Like he's getting lit up, the shield's broken, and the dude just up top of the building just thirsts as shit, and he freaks out. Well, then Tim dies. Well, the storm is probably like 50 meters in front of Nade, like the circle, and he's in a building, and there's a whole team behind him. So he's in the building, like kind of like just sitting there, looking out the window. There's a truck in front of him, and Ninja's like, dude, like, what are you doing, bro? And he's like, I'm just sitting here, like I know the team's behind me. I'm gonna wait for them to push up with the gas so I can come behind him and kill him and stuff like that. And he's like, bro, like, what is that doing for us? Like, you just sitting there, you're not able to go around, get cash, all this stuff, like, to revive us. Like, you're just sitting there. You're literally doing nothing for our team right now. And he's like, bro, like, I know they're behind me, though. And that truck in front of me is slow as fuck. So if somebody is halfway decent, they're going to fucking dink my shit right out of it.
Yep.
And it's like, Ninja just keeps going and going and going. So he gets in the truck and eventually gets pinched between two teams.
And he dies.
But, like, my thing is, why are you backseat driving a professional Call of Duty?
Player.
He was competitive Call of Duty. He was the captain of Optic.
Technically, he is a
Don't try to tell
COD
him.
player.
Bet you if he would have stayed in that building, he would have got
a professional Fortnite player. Which some people could even argue that you're not even technically a professional Fortnite player. You're just a regulated content creator.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, there's so many.
Because he has played in
better.
tournaments, but I don't think he's ever played in tournaments as like a competitor. I think it's always been as like, oh, and Ninja will be here, and you know, little individual like, oh, 1v1 Ninja, or you know what I'm saying. But
like,
no, he did play in a few tournaments like when it was first coming out. But I think it was still he was the main one, and he would be in the lobby, and like the goal would be to kill Ninja. Like
yeah. But it's just like Cypher's better than him. Let's get real.
At this point, I think he is.
Cypher's better than him.
Ninja is really good.
Nick A30 is up there.
Nick A30 is disgusting.
He's
for
fire,
sure.
bro.
Yeah.
If he dies in a match, it's usually because he's fucking around.
Yeah, Nick A30 is really fucking.
He's
peaked.
disgusting.
Like I look at his TikTok sometimes through his little clips and shit. I'm like, yo, this dude actually is nice at this game. Because like I feel like a year ago he was good, but he wasn't as good as he is now. Like he's now like definitely up there.
I watched one where like they're like in the air and shit, like the circle's closing in, and there's a dude. He sees a dude having to come towards him. He's like, don't come over here, bro. It's really dangerous over here. And the kid rushes him up top. So he builds a floor and then builds a roof over top. The kid walks on it and he edits a hole through both. In a split second, the dude falls all the way down to the bottom. And the dude survived. So he jumps off with the harpoon thing.
Yep.
And as he's falling, right before he hits the ground, grabs him and kills him. I was like, bro, like you fucked up, or you didn't even fuck up. The game didn't give you the kill, and you still performed and got the victory royale. Like I was like, that was so clutch. He was like, don't do it, bro. It's dangerous over
Watching
here.
Fortnite clips is pretty fun too.
I do like watching.
Controller
like,
players are definitely more disgusting.
I don't like playing. Oh my god, bro. The league play right now, Cloaksy and Nick Merckx keep finding Ninja and Reverb, TSM Reverb, or Reverse in the league play, and both encounters, Nick slapped both
Nick
of them.
Merckx?
Yes, Nick and Cloaksy, they've slapped both of them.
I believe it.
And Cloaksy's not
on Fortnite or on CD?
On Fortnite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
both
no, I
times
believe
in the
it.
league
I
play,
believe it.
they've smacked
Because
them.
Nick Merckx is now good, and Cloaksy has always been disgusting.
Yeah, he's a free agent now. He's not FaZe Cloaksy anymore.
Well, I guess since we're talking about gaming, we also were going to talk about Warzone.
Yeah, that's what we were. Yeah.
I like it. It's a good battle royale. There's definitely a lot of things that, you know, are bad, but I think there's more good than bad. And I think compared to other battle royale games and game modes, it's definitely one of the more better performers.
I think it's more balanced in the fact that like if you don't kill somebody 90% of the time, it's because you missed 2 vital shots to break their shield that they hit when you missed.
Yeah. Or it's like they just started shooting you first, or they just have a better gun than you, which does happen. But I feel like it's still Call of Duty to where if you are a better player, a lot of times you can still win.
I mean, you could still trash people with the MG34 heavy ass gun, heavy recoil. You can
Like,
still.
and it's just, like I was saying, it's
people.
just like regular Call of Duty. So just like in a regular search and destroy match, I might have a MP5 or whatever the case may be, and you might have something that's a 2-shot. I'm still able to kill you. It's just like same thing in Warzone. It's just about hitting
the only
your shots.
difference is everybody does have armor, so you just have to put that aspect on there.
Yeah.
But once that armor is broke, like you were talking about the other day, that health bar is the same exact as it is online. Once you don't have that shields, you're 3 to 4 shot. If the game wants to be nice to you. Like sometimes you be getting 2 shots.
Which was I thought it was a negative thing. He thought it was a positive. Having that same health bar, I feel like is a disadvantage because only because I feel like the shields are there and they are good, but they're not that strong. So if the shields aren't going to be that strong, but we still have guns that are doing high damage like that, like a regular match, then we should make the regular health bar a little bit stronger as far as like that 100 damage actually takes ticks like how Fortnite does or Apex does or whatever based on the hit or something like that rather than that 100 health bar just meaning like a regular Call of Duty 100 health bar where you get shot once or twice and now you're bleeding and then and your screen's all red and then you get shot again once or twice and now you're dead. Like, so I don't know. I just think it should reflect a better health bar system for that. But as far as the overall shielding, I agree with you in the fact that it's good that there's no levels to the shields. Everyone has the same kind of shield.
Yeah, you have 3.
We all shield up the same speed.
3 blue bar
kind
shields, 3 plates of armor to be put on. There's no purple, gold, legendary, rare. There's none of that bullshit. That right there ruins shit for me because it's like I can't deal with that. If I drop, I can't help. The 14 buildings I ran through didn't have purple armor, but the first box you opened had purple armor or gold. Like, I can't help that. And in that situation, you can still be nice to the game, yes, and get the kill, but you're having to put in twice as many shots as they do.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3 times more. So you have to literally
hit them
sweat your ass off to get that kill, rather than them just having standard armor.
Hit them twice as much and not get hit twice as much because now since you have to hit them twice as much, that's extra time that you have to not get hit. So.
Yeah, so it just like.
So it is balanced in that regard.
I do like that. I like it a lot.
And I like the gulag thing. I love that because most battle royale games, the reason why I don't like them is because it's like you load, like everyone gets in the party, you ready up, you load up to the match, you queue up, you drop down, whatever. Say you maybe kill a team and then you rotate and then you die from the next team, right?
Or you get pinched.
Or you get pinched between the 2 teams on the next rotation or something.
Yeah.
So now we have to go back to the lobby, ready up again, queue up the match again, go to the pre-game lobby, and then go into it's like just so much. But with this, since you have the gulag, everyone has an extra life, so that not only means that not an extra chance to have another life, but it's like so everyone on the team gets to go back and try, and then even if 2 of you die and 1 survives, that 1 person could still get some cash and revive the other 2.
Yeah, I've done it plenty of times where both of the teammates died in a gulag, dropped. Just got up the money real quick.
Yep.
Like, there's always going to be a place on the map that people haven't looted yet. And when you come back, you have to skydive again. So as you're going into the map, you can look at what buildings have closed doors and shit. Now, granted, it could be people in there just closing the door camping. But obviously don't land and just instantly run in the house. Like, you can see through windows and stuff. You see loot on the ground, most likely hasn't been looted yet.
Well, the other advantage, too, is that you could choose to not drop right there. Yeah, it drops you in, but you could be like, you know what, it was super hot, and I'm about to drop with a pistol. Let me go to another location.
Yeah.
So I do like that.
And I like the redeploy system. It's $4,500.
Yeah, that's a nice
cash
good number
while you're playing.
Yep.
So you can use
that. And $4,500 isn't outrageous.
Yeah,
you can get that usually within the first couple minutes of the game.
You can get a couple kills and pop up.
Yep. Or there's sometimes where I the first 2 boxes I open are $2,000. I got $4,000 already. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I do like that it's not $10,000 or something stupid.
And then that's why I like that they added the weapon loadout box. So you can it's like $6,000. You can buy a weapon loadout box that you can spawn in on the map. And you can choose from your public match classes.
Yeah, which is another advantage because a lot of people in Battle Royale games hate the fact that everyone's using the same guns or everyone's using the same type of guns. And it's like...
This gives a massive variety.
Yeah.
There's been times I run up on people have, the HDR and, an MP5. Or, the next person will have M4 and a shotgun as their secondary. Yeah. Or, there's just so many different, weapon styles and
because everyone's playing the way they want to play.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that usually it's like, yeah, the point of Battle Royale is for it to be like an even playing field, so to say. But sometimes, since you're dropping in and you're getting random loadouts, it's like if I land on two shotguns, I don't have a long range weapon. If you land on a sniper and a scar, like now you have long range weapons you can laser me with. I don't even have anything to hit you back with. And also the thing about it is too is like he was saying that it still is more variety because I can pop in one game with an AX and an M4, but also do the next game with a carbine and an MP5 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just change it up however I want to play it.
Yep.
So,
which speaking about that, if you do play Warzone, always have a sniper.
Yeah.
I'm telling
keep one on you.
98% of the time, you will need that sniper at least 20 times in a match. At least. Like
even if you're not the best with a sniper, just to have it, just to see where people are at. Yeah. And a lot of times you can get people standing still or laying down somewhere, and you might be able to get that shot off.
Especially if you come behind them, they're sitting on a roof. There's always going to be a chance right before they shoot that they're most likely going to stop for a second. So literally, just keep following them. Keep following them, and as soon as they go to zoom in on somebody, boom, crack them in the head. It's simple.
Yeah. Definitely keep a sniper, and then I think the secondary should be either like a mid-range or close range, just depending on your play style.
I think if you play with a squad, play with, each person has their own role. I feel like everybody should still have the sniper, but one person has a close range like an MP5 that can rush up on somebody real quick and press them. Somebody have an AR where they can keep that mid-range game and support the person going close range.
And somebody with kind of a mix of both.
Yeah, a mix of both. Or just have two people to rush in and one person to sit back and get that mid-support.
Yeah.
Or two people for the mid-support.
Which also goes, I think, the three-person thing is a good and bad thing. It's good because
it's a little bit easier
since there's a lot of people and since the map it's like kind of big but not big, but like I think that the balance that they have is like 3 is kind of good for what they were trying to do. The only disadvantage, I think, is that like 4 people, like 4-man games gives you a little bit more dynamic as far as when you're attacking people or when you're trying to set up a play or something. Because like 3 people, there's literally times in Warzone where I have multiple clips that are going to be in the Taj that like I run up on a team and all I do is like, okay, snipe one or something, or just like laser one from afar, and then I rush up on the other ones, or just wait for them to rush up on me and then just laser, boom. That's so quick. That's so easy. I can do that in one clip with my M4 because I have an extended mag in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not saying
do that the last time we played. They all ran out the building. And
Remember you were like, I was like, yeah, I killed them.
Yeah, I was like, yo, where are they? And then there's like a plethora of loot all over the ground.
And
I'm like, holy
like,
shit,
not saying not to downplay anybody, but I'm just saying in general, like with 4 people, you're not inclined to kind of rush like that, or you can play a little bit smarter, especially if you're gonna have that many people in the match, 150 people in the match, like. Having 3-man teams, that means there's 50 teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I think they should keep it 3. Like I feel you on that. It is nice. I mean, the 4-man is always nicer because it just adds an extra slot for one of your homies to get in on the game, which is what I do. Like I don't really care size wise, but I want there to be more, 4 slots so that there, I can have that extra homie in there.
But 3 is nice for how it plays.
I feel like they should do it like they do multiplayer. They should come out with like
different ones,
weekly game modes. So like Warzone,
they have the solos now.
But I'm saying like Warzone with a 4-man squad, and that's like a limited time event every like so often, or Warzone with a 6-man squad,
or duos.
Think about a 6-man squad Warzone match.
Yeah, or duos, or
I mean, they should have singles and duos.
More of like a giant one, like a 50-50, like how Fortnite has the Rumble, something
shit like that.
Or not 50-50, 75-75.
Yeah.
But yeah, just stuff like, and I'm sure they will. It's just but it's just a beta, so. But yeah, otherwise, I am pleased with it. There might be some things I'm not thinking about, but I am pleased with it, and I think it is something good for
I think it's very well rounded.
Modern Warfare.
It's fun. It is fun. It is. There are sweats like there is in every game, but it is very, very fun.
I'm getting uncomfortable again.
Very fun.
Yeah.
So that's basically it on gaming. There's not much. I don't know any.
Terrible transition.
There's really any new games coming out like worth talking about. Doom Eternal did come out, which I'm probably gonna
actually look kind of crazy
get on that. I played the one that came out a few years ago that this one is sequeling, and it was one of the best games I've played, bro. Like the multiplayer didn't catch on too much. You could still find a match fast as hell, and there were still a lot of people playing it, but it wasn't like. I mean, you weren't up in the millions of players. It was like hundreds of thousands. But it was literally Halo with gore. And I don't know if you ever played Quake back in the day. I mean, Quake and
I've
Doom are like
seen
literally it's the same.
gameplay of it,
It's
but
the same shit.
yeah,
Like the
yeah.
same guns are in both games.
Do you remember that game? Damn, what was it called? Like Time Shaft or something. I don't know, but it was like this thing where this guy had this special ability where he could like freeze time or fast forward time or whatever.
Prince of
but like,
Persia?
no, it was like futuristic kind of, but it was pretty cool. Like the guns were pretty sick, and like literally you would like go on missions and like try to do like these operative things, and then next you know like they would see you, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna freeze time for 10 seconds. So then now you can go to another building, get the little scan thing you needed, and it was crazy. It was a pretty fun game though.
I gotta look that up. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll look it up when we're done. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the overall podcast, guys. But real quick, we did want to touch on just some individual things. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to let you guys know why we're doing this, the reason, and like basically our goals, like what we want to get to. I want to, by next tax return time, I want to have my Twitch booming. I want to be in a Twitch affiliate, which I'm already almost there. And I want to at least get to 500 subscribers. I really want 1,000, but I feel like 500 would be good if I was also a Twitch affiliate.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't get affiliate by that
If
time,
you did
then I would
both
at least
things.
want like 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I really want to do like the Twitch affiliate. Streaming's like super fun. It's one of like, it's just fun. Like
What's the
sitting there
stream name?
gaming and you mean like my name for the
Yeah.
stream? Oh, it's just Dill Sensei. It's the same thing. Twitch. Please follow. Like I'm already almost there. I need 50 followers. I'm at 13. And then I need to average of 3 viewers, which will naturally come once I have more followers. So, that's my main goal. Like I want to reach Twitch affiliate, literally within the next couple months. I'm already almost there. All it just takes is somebody going and following. You don't even have to watch it. So, even if people don't necessarily watch, just to get to that 50 follower mark, there's more of a chance of those people showing me to somebody else, or more people.
Or just the
seeing
more
and-
followers you have, the more your stream pops up on the servers and
recommended stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So, that's mainly like my goal for this. But like with the podcast thing, I know you feel the same way. We eventually kind of want to get like a space that we could rent out. It's like it doesn't have to be huge. Just somewhere where we can actually make a setup. Have like maybe the name of the podcast in between us, of the chairs we're sitting in, or something like that, or like have like a big round table where we can have
Just
guest
like a studio,
appearances.
like
It's
actual-
like a studio, yeah. Drop down like the whole 9 yards. Like that would be really cool to get to. So that's probably the goal for the podcast and this channel. But personal is definitely being a Twitch affiliate within the next couple months. That's exactly what I'm trying to get to, man. If I can get that, just having Twitch affiliate would be insane. Like,
No, I
even
feel you,
not
bro.
having, like,
I
the
would love
crazy
to do
amount
that
of
too.
followers.
I actually that's
Which you
one of
will,
my-
and then once you get to that point, if I already am a Twitch affiliate,
it'd be easier
I can
for-
just
yeah.
support like instantly. Like, and like I said, my free sub token, I could sub to you once you got Twitch affiliate, because I have
Yeah,
Amazon Prime. And you get a free token every month.
I just got to get my caps card. He's got the setup already. I got to get my setup going.
Yeah,
But
we'll get there. We'll get there.
But no, I like that. I think that's a solid,
And like the
goal.
reason why I wanted to work out and possibly make it into making money and shit, I want to better the setup. I want to make sure, because right now I have a decent setup, but I want to make it to where it's amazing. Like the freaking gameplay graphics are just ridiculous. The quality is ridiculous. It's crisp. I'm running it on a $4,000 setup. Like I want to get to that point to where y'all don't have to worry about quality. Like the only thing at that point I would have to worry about is content. Now I'm kind of having to worry about like content mixed with, is the quality still good, like constantly checking, making sure frames aren't skipping while I'm recording, doing this, that. I want to get to the point where like that's good. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now I can focus on content. So that's the end all goal. Once I have that set up, 3 freaking monitors in front of me, like a tower running it all. That's the end goal. My own gaming space. Finally a gaming chair, not a
And
couch sofa.
self-supportive through gaming.
Yep, self-supportive. Yep. But like I just want to use that. Like the reason I want to start making money from this is to turn it right back around and just
You can invest in it.
better everything. Yeah, that's what it takes. You have to invest
Gotta spend
into your
money to make
craft. Yeah, you have to invest in your craft.
That's perfectly right. No, I agree with you on a lot of those things. I pretty much, once I get my streaming and stuff going, I would like to be a Twitch affiliate as well. I think it's always about having as many revenue resources. And the thing about gaming is that, like, for people like us that game as much as we do and are as good as we are, why not take advantage of it? It's a skill. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it, make
And
money
like,
off
I'm
of
not
it.
even trying to necessarily be better than some of the top people. Because, I mean, there's always, people got to understand there's always going to be somebody better than them.
Yeah. Or it's like, I wouldn't even, like, I would love to
But-
compete in tournaments and
Yeah,
be
of
at that
course.
level, but at the same time, if I didn't do that, like, just being
In that
talked
atmosphere.
about in that environment would be fine with me.
And, like, it's just cool, like, when you're streaming and, like, people come into the chat and they start talking and shit, then you can, like...
And I was going to say, when you were
fun.
talking about streaming, I was like, man, for y'all that have never watched a game stream or anything, like, it's actually pretty fun sometimes. Like,
Yeah, it is. Like, I even
play
watch
with... Like, I'm playing with him when he's streaming, and we have some funny moments. And just, like, big streamers, like, if you ever just want to take the time, like, take some time, look up some big streamers like Ninja, or, you know, I'm sure you've seen
Tim
some
the
names
Tatman
somewhere.
is a very great streamer to watch. He does so many different things. He's always on so many different games, streaming different games. And I looked into his I went to a stream yesterday, and he was just having like a Just Chatting segment. It was under Just Chatting, and they were talking about boneless wings being better than like bone-in wings.
And that's the
shit,
thing is, like,
why,
it's really cool. Sometimes you're just sitting there talking to somebody about whatever they're thinking about, or whatever the case, or just watching the game is pretty fun too, because there might be some funny moments and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, I think it'd be cool to be a Twitch affiliate. The main thing for me was definitely the channel itself, just because back in the day, like, that was what I put so much time into, and then just didn't. So now it's like I want to have that built up again, which it has been. It's been a little steady growth, but now it's like I need to keep that steady growth.
Yeah.
But definitely I would like to have, I would like for my channel to be making revenue very soon, like within the next 6 months. And then besides that, I think it's just long term about building the brand, like having the channel, having Twitch, having,
Getting the merch.
Yep, having merch, having a studio, being able to film videos in a studio, being able to film skits in a studio, being able to travel and do...
And even gaming, like having a part of the studio for
Yeah,
gaming.
we could set up the systems there. And it's like also just a fact of, like, once you get to those kind of levels, then you're also doing guest appearances on other people's podcasts, and you have really big names on your podcast, and you get invited out to do things with YouTube or do things with gaming, or, you know what I'm saying, and it's just that's more videos and content. It's like the opportunities are endless.
It'd be fun to go to events and be invited to events where everybody there is just as hardcore of a gamer as you are, and just since birth, since they were able to understand what a controller was, has been playing video games.
Well,
like,
not only even that, it's
atmosphere.
like, even if you were just a YouTube, partner or whatever, making money on YouTube, and, like, you just went to one of the YouTube red carpet events, like, it's like, even if you just went there, like, just as a basic YouTuber that had like 100K subs or something, like, it's like just the atmosphere is so cool, and it's like
and the potential opportunities to meet people and network
Exactly.
to more successful YouTubers and to get advice from people. Like, that's another thing too. Content creating, when it comes to, like, even just Call of Duty and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to... There's not really many things you can do with it that haven't been done, other than just watching you play the game and get nice.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Like,
you always
can
have
do
to
like skits and stuff on the game,
Yep,
stuff like
challenges
that. Or you could have, but it's still like going to those events. You could get advice from those people that have millions of subscribers. Like,
Pick their brain.
How do you go about coming up with ideas and stuff like that? And it's like, dude, the network.
But not only that too, it's just the fact of, like, just being at that level. It's like, think about how many fans you have, and, like, think about how cool it would be to, like, you know what, on stream today, the 100th person that subs or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna give them $100 PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever the case may be, it's like it would just be cool to be able to do those kind of things. And it's like, if you really were making it like that, be able to help out. Like, man, I don't know. I would just love to be super rich and, like, make hospitals and schools and shit like that. But either way, like, just for me, it's like the YouTube and just having the multiple streams of, like, because I would love to just be in the entertainment business in general, like, but YouTube for me is like the primary one, just my channel with fitness, gaming, and stuff like that, and then that trickling into other social media platforms and things, but also hopefully like we were talking about, studio, merch, like all those things down the road. So
definitely want to get to that. I definitely want to be rocking a sweatshirt with my logo on it. That would just feel
sick.
good. You know.
And it's crazy. It's like people first start out. It's like you gotta make them and then bring them to the post office, send them out, whatever, and it's so. But anyway, but yeah, we got a lot of things coming, guys. A lot of ideas. We appreciate all the love and support so far. Episode number 7. Episode number 8 will be shot this weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell so that way you get notifications every time we drop a video.
Alert.
Like, share. Definitely share. The shares really help. And if you do share, let us know. We'd love to see.
Yeah, for sure.
And we also possibly, I think you already said this, but possibly might have a guest appearance here in the next few weeks. So look out for that too.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And go follow on Twitch.
Yep.
Subscribe, Dill Sensei. Same thing on Twitch, Dill Sensei. Just go
and I'm
follow.
B Green Flex on everything: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Yep. So go hit that up.
Well, we're on YouTube. But yeah, we appreciate all the love and support, guys.
Yeah,
Hope you enjoyed. I feel good about this one. The one we recorded was good, but I feel good about this one.
Yeah,
and
it was good.
The one this weekend is going to be good too. So we got some better topics and some
Thank
new
you for your
stuff.
patience as well.
Yep.
I know it took a couple days after, but hey, we did it like we
still
said
came
we
through.
would.
Exactly.
So yep, always here.
All right, guys. Signing off.